Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hanif Aiman Saumi. So I'll be doing the individual assignment for SRT605, which is Statistics in Sport and Behavioral Science. Uh, I'm from Group RS Art 2435A. So let's go for the first question. So the question one is, ICMA want to identify any significant differences in mean of cholesterol level between Group A and Group B. Um, so this is data distribution given under question and Group A and Group B. Before we continue, so we need to identify the variable which is independent variable, which is Group A and Group B. Dependent variable which is cholesterol level. And observation, we will be using independent sample by using independent t-test. The reason why we're using t-test because the group of sample are from two different group, where the dependent variable are from two different sample. And for data distribution, we'll be using test normality by using Kolgomonov, Smirnov, and Shapiro-Wilks. For the assumption, cholesterol level is numerical data. It's a random sample, and two samples are independent of each other, which means the group A and the group B are independent observation. So this is how to put data in the SPSS. So we click the variable view first, and then we on the first row we put the name group, and then decimal point is 0, and for the value we put value 1, and for the label group A, and then we click add. Same apply for the group B, so we will appear in the box below. Then we click OK. And for the measure, we use nominal for the group. And then for the cholesterol level, so decimal point is 1, so value is none, and the measure is using scale. Okay, this is data given in the question by clicking the data view below. Then we go to the normality test. First is we click analyze, and then discuss the statistic, and then explore. Which you can out like this. So at the dependent list, we will put the cholesterol level, and the factor list will be put a group, and then on the right side we click statistic, and then we click outlier, continue. And for the plot, we histogram and test normality. So this is result should come out. So the result shows that significant data that is for the group A and the group B is larger than 0.05, which means there is data is not significant, but the data distribution is normal based on the histogram bar chart that you see here. So since the data distribution is normal, we can proceed to the independent t-test. Before we proceed to the independent t-test, we need to state the hypothesis first. So there are two possible hypothesis, which is one is there is no significant in mean of cholesterol level between group A and group B, and the second is there is significant in mean of cholesterol level between group A and group B. So how to find the independent t-test? First we click analyze, and then compare means and independent t-test. And then for the test variable, we put a cholesterol level, and the grouping variable, we put group, and make sure the confidence interval percentage is 95%, and then we click continue, and then we click OK. So this is the result for the mean for the independent t-test. Since mean is larger than 0.05, so we need to see the independent t-test 11 test of equality of variance on the significant two taste. So the result on the upper upper value, which is 0.07, which is less than 0.05. So the hypothesis, non-hypothesis is rejected. And for the conclusion, there is significant in mean of cholesterol level between group A and group B. Group A has significant higher cholesterol level than group B. And then for the second question, Iskandar want to compare the changes of scar area of the burn patient before and after treatment. Measurement are taken 1 day before and 1 week after treatment. So this is data given in the question. As usual, we need to identify the independent variable, which is scar area for burn patient, and dependent variable before treatment and after treatment. Is the measurement. So observation independent sample by using sample by PETI test. Because while using PETI test, the group are from the sample where the test variable are measured at two different time point. And data distribution will be using test normality by using Kogomonos Manov and Shapiro weight. So for the assumption, dependent variable is a numerical data. It is a random sample. Observation are independent. The observation difference are normally distributed. So let's go to the SPSS. So there are two row, which is for before treatment and after treatment. So both of them are 2 decimal point. And we'll measure, we put them on scale. And then this is data given to the question. So we need to find the difference first. First, click the transform. Click compute variable. Then target variable we put as a different. And for numeric expression, we put before treatment, subtract after treatment. And then we click OK. So this is a result of the different given in the data. And then we do the normality test. For as usual, click analyze, descriptive statistic, explore. And we put dependent list is difference, and click on statistic, click on the outlier. And for the plot, click histogram and normality plot if test. Click continue and we click OK. So this is the result of the normalities. So the significant data is 0.113, which is larger than 0.05, but data distribution is normal. So we proceed to the PETI test. So there are two possible hypotheses, which is there is no changes in scar of burn patient before and after treatment. And the second is there is changes of scar area of burn patient before and after treatment. So for the t-test, we click analyze, we click compare means, and we click pair sample t-test. Okay, for the variable 1, we put before treatment, and the variable 2, we put after treatment. And for the click option, and make sure the confidence interval percentage is 95%. And then we click continue, and we click OK. So this is the result of the pair sample statistic. So we can see the difference between mean between before treatment and after treatment. So on the pair sample t-test pair differences, so we can see that significant two tails data is 0.00, which is less than 0.05. So the non-hypothesis is rejected. And for the conclusion, based on the data given on the PAT test, the exchanges in mean of scar area of the burn patient before and after treatment. So the treatment can reduce the scar area of the patient. That's all for me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.